be careful of real estate video stuff for real estate agents. Real estate agents, you know, if you're creative, you can create a very, very cool agent video. However, most of them that I've seen are very painful. So we'll show you two examples of really good videos with respect to just, you know, a realtor marketing themselves. However, a lot of other uses of video for sure. Of course, listing videos are very, very important, and that can go anywhere from, you know, just a quick slideshow to an agent actually touring somebody through the property. And then for really high-end properties, of course, you know, you can even have actors staged and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be showing a couple different examples. Unfortunately, our Zoom webinar software, it doesn't allow us to, when we're showing the video, it won't show us the audio, or it won't let us hear the audio. So unfortunately, we won't be able to hear the audio. But what I did do is I just emailed everybody a list of all the different videos that we'll be going through. So let me pull those up 1 second. So here I've got a list of all the different videos that we'll be going through. First, I wanted to show you a really good agent marketing piece. So this is an agent marketing themselves. This is from Tom Fecske, one of our agents, and he created this video prior to coming to Alta Realty Group. But it was a great example of what a very creative example of what you can do with a real estate video with respect to an agent. So let's just take a look at this real quick. And again, we won't be able to, I'll blow this up a little bit. We won't be able to hear, but just see what he's doing here. So this is definitely outside the norm. And you'll see when you click on the link later, you know, he's got a little bit of just music. But just watch this. This is pretty funny. So he's got a catchy little tune going. He's got his real estate sign. He's running. This is my favorite part. So kind of the same kind of stuff. So his whole thing, of course, is I work harder than the other agent. And so this, you know, it's cute. It's different. It's something that's kind of eye-catching. So I like this video because, you know, anybody that does a video, any agent that does a video that is just, you know, literally, you know, sitting down and talking about themselves, you know, it's been done to death. This is something different, and this is actually something that would catch a prospective, you know, a prospect's eye. So, and then of course he comes into the office and he says, "Hey, you know, I'm Tom Fecske, and I'm here. I'll work harder for you." And he just does a quick, you know, what is this is probably like an 8-second little soundbite, or, you know, little video of him actually talking. So that's all you need. You don't want anything more than that. You're just going to bore the pants off people. And Travis, do we have you here, buddy?
Yeah, I am here.
All right. Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Yeah. So unfortunately, we can't hear the audio on these videos, but we'll go through a couple of them. What'd you think about that one?
I think that was good. I've seen some other ones that are, you know, I don't even want to say similar, but on that same level of, you know, creativity.
Yeah.
You know, which makes you actually want to watch them, you know, instead of someone just sitting behind a desk talking about, you know,
real estate and what Exactly. You know, I mean, and you can kind of, I think you can get away with those kind of videos if they're about 15 seconds. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to sit there and watch you talk about yourself and how great of a realtor you are. I mean, this kind of a thing, completely different. It has a little bit of humor to it, you know, so I think Tom nailed it on that one. So that would be an example of, you know, just doing it a video that markets yourself as an agent. I think the next most important thing is, of course, listing videos. And listing videos can go all over the place. And we've got a really good one that Travis sent me the other day. And this, I'm so bummed that you can't hear this. But again, I did
Oh,
send, you know,
that.
yeah, I did send links. I just right before the webinar, I just emailed out links to all of these different videos and a bunch of other ones that you know check out on your own. But this one is great. We'll just go ahead and click this real quick.
What's the song that's playing?
Pardon me?
Do you remember? Do you remember the song that he's playing?
Yeah, he's doing the Jitterbug song,
Yeah.
and I
So
got
that's just pretty much time.
yeah, I can hear it. So he's doing the song by who is it? Wham. And so
Yeah.
he's literally dancing to the Jitterbug.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this guy. I mean, this is something that, you know, catches your eye. This is something that you would want to watch. You know, look at this guy. He's hilarious. So, you know, definitely click on this. It's much better to sound, obviously, but it, you know, you can get the idea. This guy is, you know, touring the property doing the Jitterbug, you know, totally different, fully fun, you know, he's doing, you know, kind of some fun stuff. And look at it also in his post, you know, obviously it's, you know, video is ideal for social media, and this is where we found this. His post is he's feeling funny with, you know, Jonathan Mack and Teresa Mack Real Estate Group. So they're having fun with it. That is a great way to use video and to, you know, actually make it fun.
And
Again, go ahead.
one of the important things about that is look at the amount of shares he's had. 1.2, 1,200 shares basically.
Ridiculous. And
That's ridiculous.
yeah, and 1,600 people have liked it. I mean, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's,
223,000 views,
I
right?
mean, that's what we're looking for, guys. You know, this
So
is
if he
this is
takes this
viral.
little sample to any one of his listing presentations, I'm pretty sure he's going to get the job.
Yeah. You know, you send this out. I mean,
Yeah.
if this guy sent this to me, I'd be like, okay, all right, this guy's pretty
Yeah.
good. You know?
What's golden about this too is he didn't do this on a luxury property. I mean, he did it on a kind of run of the mill, average property, which is probably going to really work to his advantage because of just the sheer volume of properties that are in this price range. It's a nice house. It's nothing special, but he did this for a pretty average house and is just slaying it on, the views and everything.
No, you're nailing it on the head, you know, Travis, because this is, you know, obviously people understand that, you know, for luxury properties, yeah, these, you know, a lot of these higher end realtors are gonna spend a lot of dough and make a really good production. This guy most likely did this all himself, and I'll show you in a little bit a couple of different video software tools to use. But yeah, this guy made a great little video from just, you know, on a average run of the mill property. So, you know, that goes a long way when you're using this as part of your presentation. But just knocking it out of the park on that one,
Yeah.
you know. So that was a really good one.
Yeah.
And then I also, this is placed, or this is a kind of a cool little link. I also did include this link in the email I just sent, and this has just a bunch of different examples of pretty good videos. You know, again, most of these videos, they're very well done. They're also, most of them are professionally done, and they're okay. They're pretty good. Some of them are really good. This one down here is really, really good. So you can go ahead and take a look at those. I won't go through those, but this will just give you a good example of other videos and what other agents are doing out there. So just go ahead and click on that link when you have a chance a little bit later. And then let's see, I've got another, that was Tom Fecske. That was great. And then, so as far as creating videos, there is just thousands of different ways to do it. You can go to something like openhousevideo.com, and you can basically send them all of your images. They'll put it all together for you. So that's an easy deal. You can also go to Fiverr. Fiverr is a pretty good spot. You can, basically for between $5 and, about $50, you can get all different kinds of videos created. And do peruse Fiverr. Very, very inexpensive, and some of them are really good. You do have to kind of experiment with them. You do have to read the reviews and make sure that you're selecting something that does have 5 stars, and people are having good experiences with those video makers. One thing that you'll notice is these video makers are all over the world. So you could have somebody in whatever the other side of the world creating your video for you. And some of them are very, very good. You just send them the images, send them even, music that you'd like, or even sound bites, all different kinds of ways to use Fiverr to create videos. Travis, have you ever used any Fiverr, guys?
I have actually.
Yeah. So, most real estate agents have. There's so much that you can do with Fiverr. They can create little, intro animations to make your videos look cool. You could, one really cool idea is to brand yourself. So a lot of our agents have teams, or they have kind of their own branding. It's a great idea. Spend about $5 and have them make a little animated intro for your brand, or even Alta Realty Group. And that way all of your videos start with that same little animated intro. And it's kind of a good way to brand yourself. And I know you've probably,
that's what I had used them for, was intro or outro, whatever you want to call it. It's just a 50-second clip. Shows the logo, has a slogan, and I just tack it to the end of every video, basically, so that it's consistently branded every time.
Yeah, so it's a good thing to like open the video with. The very first slide is this little animated image, and then you go right into your video. And then of course it's nice to end the video with that same little animation. And a lot of these guys, they'll give you a couple variations. They'll say, hey, here's like kind of like a pixelated animation thing that'll assemble and reassemble itself into clarity, or they've got all different kinds of ways to slice it. So anyway,
yeah.
if you're not
I think
good
I paid $25 for 4 different ones. It was really cheap, but they look professional. It's something I couldn't have done myself. And for $25, it's totally worth it.
It's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
So definitely experiment with Fiverr. A lot of good stuff there. There are, just like anything, there are some guys that are doing some pretty cheesy stuff. So you just, click through these guys. You can always see their examples, and definitely utilize that. It's just a great way to go. And then I used to use Windows Movie Maker. They're no longer supporting that. This is a good little film editor that I've found. It's called Filmora, and it's a free download. And it's the kind of thing where you can just, basically, here's their interface. You just select media, you just drop in some images. You can select the theme, you can select the music, make a preview, save and share, and away you go. And it'll save it as a nice MP4 file for you. And you can create a little listing video that way. So, a lot of different ways to create videos. And, even go to, you can just do a Google search for free video editing software. One of the best out there is actually something called Camtasia. You can try it for free, but I think it is, I forget how much that it is, but it's, $30, $40 a month.
It's a couple bucks, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can either get it for a monthly fee, or you can just get it for a couple $100 and just have it.
Yeah. Another affordable that's not too bad is Animoto.
Animoto, right? Here, I'll pull that one up.
Yeah, I was using that one quite a bit.
Yeah, so
a freemium and a premium. So.
Right. And so all these are pretty easy to use. They're basically just, hey, just like this one, they'll kind of walk you through it. Hey, add the media, add the music. Okay, so, and then you can rearrange the slide order. And obviously you can also drop in, it doesn't have to be just images. Of course, you could drop in little MP3, or I'm sorry, MP4 video bits. So a really good idea for listing videos is to do like a really quick, shot of yourself just saying, hey, here's a new property at 321 Main Street. We're going to go take a look. And, you don't want to have a lot of you talking. That nobody wants to see that. So it's a good idea to just kind of do quick little bites, but having you and having your voice and having your face talk, that does help. Just not too much. You don't want to bore the heck out of people.
Yeah, I see a lot of different things going on. I follow this one guy. He's a newer agent down the San Diego area, and I could tell he didn't really have his own listings, but he's pretty active on social media and Facebook, and I could tell he's doing open houses from the office or from other agents or something. But what he does do is he does 15, 30 seconds, something like that, little videos. Hey, over here at this property today, stop by. Here's what we got. Gives it a very quick little tour, and goes. And he's starting to get his own listings now. I can tell. But I think he kind of started with nothing, but made something out of it just by doing video. And he's getting some action on his social media and some questions and stuff like that. And, he's definitely getting better at it. So, I mean, even if you don't have a listing, you can use video and do other things and still be able to generate some leads and get some traction on social media.
Oh, for sure. And, you can definitely, create videos that just showcase, an area. You don't have to have a listing that area. It might just be your farm. And you might just say, hey,
Yep.
Here's kind of I think this is a pretty good example of actually, I think this is a property video. However, this videographer, did bring in actors. So these people are actors, and it does kind of depict the area. This is kind of a luxury property area up in the Woodland Hills area, and so they do go in and kind of have the area as well. So a good idea if you don't have any listings is to just say, hey, here's this so-and-so neighborhood, show some of the schools, show some of the good restaurants in the area, just show some of the attractions, and that is a great way to just create a video. And again, don't make these very long. I mean, a minute is plenty. If it's a real in-depth piece, nobody's going to really watch it. All these are really intended for social media. So social media is, it's like people are carnivorous. They just want to, eat up as much as they can. So you just want to keep these things quick, easy. I know one of our agents, Larissa, created some really cool videos that, are just about, areas like that. And here, in fact, I think if you do a Google search for, let's see, I think she did one for Vallejo. Oops. And let's see, Larissa, what was if you can type in the chat, what was the one area? And was it Water's End? Or I think that was actually in Benicia. Let me do this. So this is just an example of, she didn't have any listings at the time. Water's End is a, sought after community within Benicia. And look at this, Larissa's video pops up right there. So video, the other thing about using video is it's really, really easy, or it's a lot easier to optimize the video so it comes up in search terms. So here, she is basically optimized her YouTube video for Waters and Benicia listings. And so, boom, we just typed that in and it came up on the first page. So pretty
Just to touch
powerful.
on that a little bit, do you want to click on her video and see how she
Absolutely.
optimized it? Because
Absolutely.
YouTube is actually pretty simple. It's kind of rudimentary, actually, SEO stuff,
Yeah.
to be able to, I mean, look, all she did was write in, Waters End,
Yeah.
Benicia listing a few times, and boom, she's at the top.
Yep. So it's
You know?
and so the key things here are it's in her title.
Yep.
It's the very first thing, it's the very first keyword phrase in this body, and this is really the most important spot where we have the opportunity to optimize this within YouTube. And then, of course, she's got a link to Benicia, not to anything real estate related. It's just a link to the Benicia city page. So, and then of course we've got related topics. This is a cool little trick that I taught Larissa. Is you can basically, what you want to do is you want to take your keyword, your main keyword, you want to type that into Google, and then this is the things that Google associated with that keyword phrase. So I just dropped in all these things it was related to. And so all of a sudden we've got Benicia, we've got homes, we've got even Trulia Benicia, all these different things that are very, very relevant to this particular keyword phrase, Waters and Benicia listings. So doing all that, and some of the other things that we teach, which is in the tagging, and even putting the location of the video in that area. So all those different little things allow us to quote unquote optimize this YouTube video for a keyword phrase. So very, very cool. She's done a bunch of them. You can imagine if you did this for all the cities and all the different, we won't watch that one, but if you did this for all of your, communities within your farm, you're going to have a very, very cool library of videos to send prospects, and of course to just keep using these on social media and keep revolving them out, and people know that you are the person in that spot. You're the expert in that entire area. So really, really good use of video there for sure. Travis, anything else to touch on that?
No, but even if you're working, yeah, actually, if you're working in the same area and you keep getting listings in the same area, you can, change up your keyword phrase just slightly for each one of them, so that kind of no matter what someone Googles for that area, whether it's Benicia listings or Benicia homes for sale, or any derivative of that, you can make each video just keyworded slightly different, so you're just always going to come up. So it's something to think about too. So you don't have to do just one. You can keep doing the videos and create, like you said, a large library keyworded for so many different things, and you're always going to be at the top.
Here's another one. So Eastwoods, Vallejo is another area that she farms, and boom, recent listings for Eastwoods. This is another one of her videos, number one.
Yep.
And the other thing that's kind of cool is, when realtors do make videos, I like to also help them this is our website, and I'll create a page within our website that features them and also features that video. So it's another what we call off-page optimization, where now this video is embedded in another website somewhere. So this website, in the eyes of Google, doesn't have anything to do with her account. So anyway, I'm helping her by kind of cross-pollinating and making sure that we've got her info and we've got her video embedded on our website as well. So Google picks that up, knows it, and uses it. So the one thing to remember is YouTube is owned by Google. So they're always trying to pump their YouTube videos. It's one of their largest revenue sources besides Google AdWords. So we have an opportunity as realtors to take up some space in the Google search results as we see it. And so look who we're above. We're above Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin. So that's pretty powerful when you can outdo those guys. And doing this kind of thing consistently across the board is definitely the only way that it's going to really work. Just having a video or two up there, not really going to, you might get some recognition, you might get some exposure. You certainly will, but you're not going to get, listings if you just have one or two videos. That's not really the way it works. You got to really be working this stuff all the time, and constantly creating videos if possible. So that is, so what I really suggest everybody do is download one of these little video programs, do some experimenting, create a video, and just have fun with it. Like we saw in a couple of the examples, these realtors are having fun with it. They're making it, light. They're making it, fun. So don't keep it, stuffy. Have fun with it. Get creative, and that is what's going to set you aside from the realtor down the street. Any questions in the chat? I don't see them. We're looking good there. So any other questions that you have, just direct them directly to me or Travis. And Travis, anything else to
add? Just the only thing, if you want to get 1,200 shares, you got to be a little goofy or out of the box,
Definitely.
Doing video these days, it's, our agent marketing system will generate a listing video for you for free. Basically, it takes the pictures that you put in the MLS, it extracts them plus the description and makes a little listing video out of it. That's great, and it's expected from the sellers these days. It's kind of a bare minimum in my mind to be doing at least that and sharing that around.
Yeah.
If you really want to set yourself apart and, be competitive, really competitive, thinking outside the box and doing some of these other kind of quirky videos or just something different. Literally, that guy doing the jitterbug, that's the first listing video I've probably watched all the way through, maybe ever. So,
for sure.
Yeah, and me and 223,000 other people thought the same thing. So just keep that in mind when you're doing video, and then always do the optimization part on the YouTube. It's so easy, and I don't know if you saw it, but Larissa's video has been there since 2016, and it's probably been in that top spot the whole time. Just from some simple optimization.
It really has. That's longevity. That's really good.
Yeah, and that's how you're going to beat the Zillows and the Trulias and the Realtor.coms.
Yeah, and so once you do create the video, if you need help from me, creating your YouTube channel and uploading it to YouTube, all that kind of stuff, it's really easy, but I don't mind helping you guys one-on-one. So let me know. And then, we can talk about the optimization, because the one thing that you'd never want to try to do with respect to optimization is try to optimize your video for, Vallejo real estate. You're up against the biggest money and the biggest of the big companies, and you're just not going to get there. But as we see, doing an angle for communities within a city, hey, that's actually where we can get some traction. So don't try to optimize videos for Los Angeles real estate or whatever your city is, and the word real estate or realtor. You're just not going to get there.
Yes, you'll definitely be disappointed.
You'll be significantly disappointed, and you just won't get anywhere. So again, talk to me about it. If you're thinking about, what should I optimize this video for? Because it should probably just be the community name, or even, it's not even a bad idea to optimize, a video or two for your name as a realtor. Because one of the things that we always talk about is, creating that good digital footprint as a realtor, and using video is a great way to own the space on your when somebody Googles your name. So you definitely want to do that. So let's just see what happens when we Google Larissa.
And I think, these are basically long tail keywords what we're creating here.
Yeah.
I think they're going to become more relevant. This is just my hunch, because, more and more people are using the, Siri and stuff like that for their search. So they're actually talking to their phones now. And people generally don't talk to their phone like a robot.
No.
If they want to say, search something, and they'll say, homes for sale in, Eastwoods, Vallejo, or wherever that was.
For sure.
So, I always think when I'm doing SEO stuff, I always think to myself, what would I type in to find this,
Exactly.
So, and that's how I come up with my key phrases is, what would I do basically to find what I'm looking for? If I wanted to find this video that I'm trying to optimize right now, what would I type into the Google search bar, or, talk to my phone basically to get this video to pop up? And that's how I keyword my stuff.
100%. Then you basically just work it backwards,
Yep.
and then optimize for that. But that's a really good point, Travis. And that's just getting more and more, and you'll notice, and that's a good idea to have this kind of thing even on your website, question and answer. Because when you have those questions written out, Google picks up on that, and Google will, you'll see it sometimes. You'll actually just put a question into Google, and it'll have, not even in like real or normal search results, but they'll have an answer. And where do you think they get that? They get that from the internet, from websites that actually have the questions and the answers. So that's a really good point, Travis. So start to think about that, guys, and think about what you would put into, or what you would talk into your phone to find the things that you're selling. So that's a great point for sure. Well, we've run out of time for today, but hopefully this just gets you thinking, towards video. Have no problem helping out anybody one-on-one on specifics, so don't hesitate to call. I just created a new Calendly system, so I will be sending that link out. So if you need to make an appointment with me, you can just click on the link, select an open time, and it's going to make things really easy. So as soon as this webinar is done, I'm going to send that out with the replay. And so if you need to schedule time with me, just click on the link and schedule the time with me, and we'll go one-on-one and we'll get it done. Well, with that, thank you guys for joining us. Travis, thanks so much for your insight and joining us as well. And realtors, go out there, make it a great day, and all the success for you.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.